When you want to get off that darkest the gravity pulls you straight down.
Oh, there it goes.
Earth from a bird's eye view. You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. Where
We're back.
Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome back to yet another movie night. We are here and we're live and we are ready to go. At least about as ready as we ever are. But we are here. So, we have a lovely group of people with us tonight. Slightly shorter, smaller panel. I'm short, but the rest of the panel is just small. So we'll get right into our intros.
Small brain. Yep, that's me.
We will start with Bionic Dance.
Hi, everybody. I'm here.
Well, hi here.
That's all I got.
Alrighty, well, we're glad to have you here with us tonight. We also have with us Brooke.
Hey, I'm Brooke, and yeah, I'm a little cranky because I'm hungry and waiting on my food to be delivered.
Uh-oh. Hangry is never good.
No.
Well, we're glad you're here with us anyway. And then lastly, we also have Lord Croco Squirrel returning to movie
Hey, how
night.
you doing, folks? Yeah, returning to movie night after I don't even know how long. How y'all doing tonight?
Pretty good, thanks. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm still breathing somehow, despite the best efforts of any one of a number of things.
Well,
The
breathing
viruses
is
suck.
good.
Well, breathing is at least a start.
It is.
If you're not doing that, then you're probably not going to do much else.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Besides, the withdrawal pangs from like quitting oxygen are just terrible.
I know. I tried it. I didn't like it much.
I mean, in all honesty, Squirrel, not everything has to breathe to live. So, if you're one of those other, organisms out there, you might survive without breathing.
Well, unfortunately, I don't happen to be an insect.
Okay.
So I'm kind of stuck with the whole breathing thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nor do I happen to be a tree or other similar thing,
Well,
which is
is
unfortunate
anyone
to some degree.
is anyone on the panel perhaps fungus?
I'm a fungi.
There we go.
Sorry. Had
Okay,
to do
depending on how you're wanting to use that term, I might be able to, qualify for that.
Well, again, you get that sounds like a personal problem to me.
Well, we're glad to have you guys with us tonight. Thank you all for coming. And should we bring up our lovely wheel? Now, I was going through the wheel tonight actually, and I don't remember what video we watched last week, the last one.
If you bring
Last
it up,
one.
oh wait a minute, it was the one, the 10 moon myths thing. that
Oh,
they were
right.
talking about.
I remember that.
I was
missed.
actually paying attention last week. Scary, I know.
Was that
but,
photos?
yeah, it was photos.
Okay.
I slept
I
through.
think it was
week.
called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was called photos,
Okay.
or at least it was photos on the wheel. So
Okay. All right, then that makes sense. All right, let me take that one off the wheel then. I couldn't remember, and I'm like, I know that one of these was one of the ones we watched, and I just could not remember, and I didn't feel like going back through and taking a look, so I was like, well, we'll figure it out.
yeah, well, your friendly neighborhood Gark Squirrel has got you covered this time.
There you go. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, so I removed that one from the wheel, so let's bring it up now and see what we got. We have some new things added, and we have photos removed. And on our lovely wheel this evening, we have Unseen, 369, Trees, Alien, and Hybrid.
Ooh.
Sounds exciting.
Okay, I will say this. I have a feeling I'm going to be disappointed, but if 369 is not an experiment from Lilo and Stitch,
I still say that's something to do with the Fibonacci sequence, damn it.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I've gotten to the point now where I'm just not going to tell you the names of the videos beforehand. That way, you're pleasantly surprised, of course.
Well,
surprised
okay.
or disappointed?
Pleasantly surprised.
Oh, we see how this is. We do not have, but the problem here is we don't actually have our wheel chanter.
We don't.
I can do it.
Yeah,
can
Chaotic
do
Dance
it.
has been a pretty good replacement for the wheel incantation.
So shall
I
I
don't know.
start us off or what?
Yeah, I think so. If you guys are ready, let's spin the wheel, shall we?
No, I think we can stall for another 10 minutes.
No.
No. Jeff used to do that. Side Strike used to do that for us, and
Yeah. He would stall all night if he could.
yeah. Well, those were 5-hour shows. This is just
Right.
2, so we have to get to do something here.
Oh, but let's bring back the good old days. We got at least half of those panels, the old panel, so we can do a 5-hour show.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
yeah,
no.
Some of us have work to do.
Yeah.
I don't. I can goof off as much as I want.
No, I got work tomorrow.
I got work tomorrow as well. I work 10 to 6.
Y'all are boring.
Cashier at a.
I can be boring all I want. The work I have to do, I actually have to do tonight, though.
Ah, there you go.
I have a game review that is currently past due, and they're mad at me.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm a cashier at a grocery store on Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow, 10 to 6. So
Yeah.
my game's at
condolences.
5:30.
My
so,
condolences.
All
yeah,
right,
it's
well,
probably
let's,
not a bad house.
Let's
do the
move
thing.
on and spin our wheel.
Okay.
All right.
I got a stall, so I'm happy.
Ah. Okay, wheel of douchebaggery, whirl. Show us the stupid that makes us hurl. Spin it.
Sounds good to me. Did it.
Did it?
It'll stop eventually.
Yep. At some point.
Oh, it's slowing down.
Up.
Ooh,
369. Woo.
Let's see if I was
if
right,
this-
damn it.
Let's see if Brooke's right.
Kate.
I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I'm the one who made the prediction that it's Fibonacci sequencing.
There you
That
go.
was all me, baby.
Uh-huh. All right. So bear with me one moment here. I'm just getting that pulled up.
And getting it off the
Whoops.
wheel, so we don't have it
Yes.
next time.
Yeah, I want to make sure I removed it right away so we didn't go through this again.
Yes, Seymour, of all the Karens he will have to deal with tomorrow. They all come out in droves
Oh, yeah.
because potato chips are hard to come by the day before. Believe me,
Well,
they're
everybody
all-
waits till the last minute, and then suddenly it's, everybody else's fault.
Yeah,
Of
and
course,
I'm
this is
already
Isn't that all? Isn't that always the way though?
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm all ready to
All right.
deal
Explode.
with them.
Yeah.
It's. I've already said, who's ready to, enjoy the
Ooh.
madhouse
Uh-oh.
tomorrow.
This is going to end well.
Oh yes. Oh so well. All right.
You know, that's the great grandfather of Elon Musk. No, I'm kidding.
Well, Elon
Oh,
Musk is
dear.
actually, funnily enough, this Elon Musk has managed. I believe he actually took the oath to become a citizen of the United States here recently, which makes him, of all things, African American.
Anyway, let's get started, shall we? This is our video 369. It's called 369 Theory of Tesla. Tesla Code. Nikola Tesla 369 Theory. Hold on, there's more. Universe Secret Code Engineering Made Easy.
Okay then.
Okay, I'm
Oh, righty then.
okay.
That Lilo and Stitch thing you were looking forward to? Not happening.
Yeah,
And the
I
Fibonacci
figured that.
sequence was bad too.
Yeah, and you know, when the title of the movie is longer than probably the movie, you know there's going to be issues.
Well, actually, how long is this video? I'm curious.
Quite lengthy, almost 14 minutes.
Ooh.
Yowza.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
a,
And
it's a-
I am full.
Wait a minute. What happened at Kent Hovind Marathon? I want to know this.
Speaking of which, actually, just a fun little side piece. We had a content ID claim. It's not a copyright strike, but it's like where they say, "Hey, you used my content. I'm taking the money for your video." From none other than himself for one of our movie nights that we did with one of his videos in it.
Like
could-
Calvin?
Yeah, I could dispute it,
Wow.
but
I would.
I don't even feel like it. I was like, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well,
Yeah.
understand that you've got two other YouTubers in the room with you. So.
Yeah.
3 technically. I still am because I still have a channel and it has videos on there. Even if I
when
haven't
was the last time you uploaded, dude?
Quite some time.
Over 2 years ago.
Yeah, no, I was
Okay,
considered
that's not
I
so
was
bad.
considered not a YouTuber anymore when I didn't upload for like 3.5 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once
And
a
I-
YouTuber, always a YouTuber.
Well, I came off a live stream just earlier today.
All right. Well, let us get started,
video
shall
games.
we?
Surely.
All right. Here we go, guys. Possibly. There we go.
Nikola Tesla, the greatest mind of all the time and also a man of mysteries, said that if you knew the magnificence of 3, 6, and 9, you would have a key to the universe. So what did he mean by this? Had he found some code of the universe? In this video I will tell you why did Nikola Tesla say this. After watching the video, you will understand how our whole universe is controlled by numbers 3, 6, and 9. And how they are present everywhere.
Yes.
Citation fucking needed.
Yeah, besides, I still say it was 42.
Yeah. I have a
Because that
feeling we won't.
that
Go
that
ahead.
actually makes more sense.
Yeah.
Douglas Adams was actually funnier than Nikola Tesla too, or this guy.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get any of
And the
those
whole-
citation things, but
Yeah, and you know why it was 42, right? Why they picked that number?
Just cuz.
No, there's actually a
Seriously, no,
reason
no, no,
for it.
no. Douglas Adams seriously said he just plucked it out of the air, and people have tried to attach all kinds of significance to it, but there's
I've
nothing
always
like
heard the
it.
I've always heard that it's due to the asterisk when you put it in numerical values or something.
No,
and an asterisk can be
seriously.
anything.
Judy
Okay.
Adams totally said, I just liked it.
there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. I've always
As good
heard
a
the story
reason
with
as
the
any,
asterisk,
honestly.
so but I never really looked much into it. I'll fully admit that.
All right. Well, let us continue on then.
In the universe. You will also know how the numbers 3, 6, 9 represent a higher dimensional world,
hold
while
on.
rest of
What
the
the-
numbers belong
I don't know how that
to
happened,
our
but hold on.
three-dimensional world. I will also discuss number 9 is the controller of all the other numbers and how it can control even space and time. Here I will provide many mathematical and physical evidences and examples to
Oh,
prove
don't get me
how the
started.
number 9
No.
is present
Brain.
everywhere.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I have to call it, especially for an old time's sake. One, the word you're looking for is evidence, not evidences.
Yeah.
Yeah, evidences is a verb.
All right.
Actually, evidence is a noun. It is a noun that
it is.
doesn't pluralize the way,
Yeah.
in the ways of most nouns.
Right, but that's why, because evidence is like presenting evidence is a verb though, so you
Yes.
can you know, so the word does exist. It's just not a fucking noun.
Yeah. Well, it's
Yeah.
not a noun in that way anyway, because evidence, it can be a discrete thing. But here's his problem. He's still got to get some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta get some.
I'm making a prediction.
I couldn't let that go by.
I know.
had to.
I don't blame you.
I have a prediction for the rest of this video. Everything he says is going to be pulled out of his backside.
Yep, probably.
Okay, that is not a prediction. That's a given.
Well, the thing is, I have suspect he got this from someone else. Like, he didn't figure this out. He heard some nut job like talking about it, and he decided to make his own video. I'm
Yeah.
sure of it.
Oh
And the
dear.
sad part of it is he probably doesn't have it right from the. He probably isn't representing the nut job correctly either.
Yeah.
Well, I
True.
mean,
And I'm not sure
can
which
you,
one of
you know?
us, which one that makes worse.
yeah.
All right. Well, what do you guys think? Should we continue on?
Oh, okay. I see.
I still want to see if he gets to Fibonacci. It's still
He
possible.
might. He might. I don't know. I haven't watched this one, but he might.
I want to see how he connects this to the ultimate and these three numbers to the ultimate engineering made
Right.
easy. Because I don't see that happening.
Well, let's continue on. Here we go.
And is the controller of all the other numbers and the universe. Our universe is so mathematical. Almost everything in nature is highly symmetrical and follows geometrical patterns. We can see these patterns in the form of golden ratio and
See?
Fibonacci sequence
See?
present in many
Yes.
things in the nature. Everything is made up of
Vindication.
particles, and if we go deeper at even more microscopic level, we reach into the quantum world, which is pure mathematics. All the living things in this world are made up of cells. Multicellular organisms are formed
Frank.
by the division.
Yes.
Okay. I'm not even sure where to start. Honestly, I'm not even sure where to start unpacking this guy. He's told more lies in a more rapid fire fashion than Kent Hovind on Dwayne Gish's crack. What is this? How do you get more microscopic and actually see into the quantum level? What? and then he goes from the quantum level all the way back out into cellular structure. You're trying to conflate a whole line of just words.
And
there's
can I
not
just
even enough. And there's not even enough words here really to make a fucking salad.
and can I just reiterate once more that I got Fibonacci at a 369. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Yes, you win.
Okay. You figure that one out.
Well, that's been bugging me for a week, for crying out loud.
Well,
Yeah.
and no, 9 or 6 are in the Fibonacci sequence.
Well, but the point is that like 3 plus 6 is 9. So I figured, okay, well, this is getting a
Right.
little Fibonacci-ish.
Well, we are headed in that direction. I see where you got it from. I was not guessing Fibonacci, but okay, he mentioned it, the golden ratio, all that sort of neat shit.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be able to connect any of these in any way that makes any freaking sense.
Right. Oh dear.
I am completely at a loss here.
Yeah. So is he.
And
Don't
I
worry.
That and I have to get closer to my microphone. This
All
guy's,
right, and-
this guy's just, yeah.
Brooke, you had your
bullshit
hand
at
up?
the spear.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I may not be doing that stuff anymore. I may have only got my degree like 5 years ago and never used it really a day in my life outside of schooling and a project we did, which was actually built, by the way. But he got into my field with the mention of what he was talking about.
Mhm.
Geometry. Hey Bozo, geometry is based on what we see around us. A lot of things tend to be symmetrical. The golden ratio that you so lovely mentioned
Yeah.
basically is our description of what we see to determine what we humans would more or less generally all agree upon as, nice, good looking, however you want to talk about it. It can find that where it finds that perfect balance for it. It is a description of what we see in nature. You God, yeah, I am. He's on my turf.
Right.
Well,
Sounded like you were channeling tornado for a second. There.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah.
Don't forget the silver ratio. That actually that tends to create a head heavy creature that they use in QT Super Deformed art.
I feel like I'm missing a pop culture reference.
No, actually,
No,
probably not.
Then I'm clearly missing something because that all sounded like Final Fantasy talk.
No, the silver ratio is actually a thing, and a lot of Eastern architecture is based thereon, as well as cartoon characters. If you want an example, we can give you Morgana from Persona 5.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Or
with
any
that,
other super deformed anime.
let's continue on, shall we, and see what else we get to.
Of a single cell. A single cell divides into two cells, then after
Wait,
division of
that's
both
just
the
something
cells,
melting.
we get 4 cells. Then 8, 16, 32, 64 and 128 cells are produced. In this way, the doubling sequence continues, and finally, we have a full multicellular organism. Now let's try to understand this sequence mathematically. You can see here is a sequence of doubling of numbers starting from number 1, like 1, 2, 4, 8 and so on. Here the next number
Frank.
is double of the previous number.
Frank,
Yes.
you start with 1, you start doubling. Fine, we know how that actually works. It's just powers of 2. But 3, 6, and 9 don't ever enter into this equation. What you're doing is you're using your own little brain, what little brain you have, to insert this on top of everything.
Yeah.
There is nothing here that makes any damn sense.
Well,
1, 2,
maybe
4,
that's
8,
why
6,
it's magic.
32. Well, that's all. That's it. Yeah. Therefore, God. That's where. Wow. Just no.
Besides, how do you double 3 or 6 to get 9?
You don't. You have to add them.
Okay.
It's the only way you get it.
I mean, those lines make no sense. 6 goes to 9, goes to 3. There's got to be some division going on.
Yeah. No. What do you got? We got 1, 5, 7, 8, 4, 2, and back to 1.
Well, okay, I have an idea. I have an idea for it.
And where does
Wait,
I
how's
still want
5
to know where,
gotten?
7, 8, where 5 and 7 come in.
I am so confused by this diagram.
I don't even know where the diagram came from.
The 3, 6, 9. I think I figured out how he's going to do it. This is my guess. It's the only thing that makes sense. Basically, those 3 numbers together, because it's 3 squared is 9.
Of course.
But 3 times 2 would be 6. And then if you add 3 and 6, you would get 9. It's the only thing I can come up with.
I think you might be I think you might be giving him more credit than he deserves.
It's
Maybe
the
he's
only
just
thing I-
really bad at 80s song lyrics and it's supposed to be 8675309.
See, now that I can get behind that.
I can back that too.
Oh my goodness.
I can get behind that because
All
that's as good a
right.
theory as any. And
Well-
it's that, but except that one's funny. Sorry.
That's
be good.
okay. What do you guys think? Should we continue on?
I suppose
Sure.
we could.
Sure.
All right, let's continue on.
Now we will convert all of these numbers into a single digit number. For this, we will add the digits of
Oh,
the
not this
number
crap.
until we get
Oh
a
my
single digit
goodness.
number. This
Frank!
final single digit
Yes.
What he's doing here is a digital root. It is actually a mathematical function of sorts. But the only time I've ever really seen it seriously used was in a fucking video game. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 hours, 9 doors. Was originally released for the Nintendo DS like a million years ago.
Right.
You can get it on a PC now.
Bionic Dance.
Well, what I'm reminded of more than anything else is those memes that were going around Facebook for a while, where it was like, take your birth year and add 50,
Oh, yeah.
and then like add all the digits together, and oh my gosh, you'll get your age or some crap like that. It was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks just like that.
Well, it's going to. This and what they've done here. This is actually a thing. It's a digital root where you can take any number and reduce it to a single digit, a single representative digit. It's again a mathematical function that I've seen and I'm familiar with, but I've never actually seen used in the wild.
I don't know. I don't really math good.
So what you're saying is, with this, you can make pretty much anything say anything.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me grab. Let me. I'm just gonna grab the Wikipedia page for this.
Sorry, video tape. I know. That's, yeah.
All right. Let's see here.
Also known as the repeated digital sum.
Right.
I will put this in the chat so that they all have.
Okay.
Now, I've heard there's people like in the more recent generations who actually don't know why we call film footage. Like, had to be told why it's called footage.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I sadly I've actually run into that.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. Well, are you guys all set to
One
continue on? Go ahead.
All right. I think I'm stoned enough to keep going.
All right. Here we go.
digit is called the digital root of the number. So here you can see the digital roots of these numbers. Now observe the digital roots shown in orange color. Can you observe a pattern here? You will see a repeated
Yellow.
sequence of numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 5. Even if you repeat it up to infinity, the same pattern repeats. Now instead of doubling the numbers, let's halve the numbers repeatedly. This time also we will
Wouldn't it just
start
be
with number
backward?
1. Add all the digits of the number and get the
pointing
digital
out that
root
6,
as
9,
shown
and
here.
3 are
You will be
never
surprised to
included,
see
never
that
the
this time
answer.
too we get the same numbers repeatedly that we got in case of doubling the numbers.
Because all you're
So
doing
in
is
both
dividing
the
by 2,
cases of doubling
Right.
and halving the numbers, we are getting the same numbers 1, 2, 4, 8, 7 and 5. Did you notice one amazing thing here?
See?
In both the sequences,
Amazing.
numbers 3, 6 and 9 are missing every time. In the diagram, these
They're
repeating
in
numbers
control,
1, 2,
apparently.
4, 8, 7 and 5 are shown in a white color. And the numbers that
Oh,
are
that
missing
explains a
in the
thing.
sequence every time, that is 3, 6 and 9, are shown by yellow color. But what does the absence of numbers 3, 6 and 9 in the sequence mean? Does it point
Nothing.
to any secret code of the god, or
Nothing
some mystery of
whatsoever.
the universe?
No.
According to some researchers, numbers
Wait,
1 to
stop, drink.
Yes.
I know the God code. It's up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty much. Oh, I used to have that mastered.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm old enough to remember the Konami code too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've had to use it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh dear.
I have no words at this
Yes.
point. Really, I have no words. Of course, if you're looking for a set pattern and you want to do this, and you of course have all of the nifty tricks that you can do to manipulate the numbers to get the thing that you actually want, and that's exactly what has happened here. We now know where this little circle diagram came from. But again, all these things are completely out of order, including the 3, 6, and 9. You would have to find some other way. You would find that bit there. You're just all you're doing is working patterns and hoping like hell that your audience will be confused enough to buy it.
Well, and I have to ask, like, what if the number that we're reducing down or whatever is 27?
Mm,
You know,
And your digital-
whatever you add
your
2
digital-
and 7, you get fucking 9, don't you?
yeah, 2 and 7 is 9. That would be the digital
Well, I
root.
mean, he seemed to think that, like, because if you take 27, you add those digits together, somehow you won't get 9, I guess. Because
Well,
he keeps
you'll-
saying that 3, 6, and 9 are left out.
Well, no, because 27 is 3 times 9, so therefore is how you get that. So you can therefore remove those, and then since 3 minus 9 is 6, you can also remove the 6. There you go.
Actually,
My head hurts.
and here's the thing, in digital roots, 9 is the God number, because you combine 9 with anything, and it'll be whatever the other number is,
Right.
and the digital root becomes whatever the other number is.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't just be. Again, this guy is playing games with numbers, and he is not going to make any sense going forward.
Yeah. Pretty sure he's
Well,
not.
I really want to know what he thinks is so significant about this. Like how is it used? You know, because it's like, oh, hey, we pointed this thing out. Isn't it weird? Doesn't really explain why it's significant.
Because there is absolutely nothing of significance in this pattern.
Well, sure, but I think this guy thinks so, and I'm wondering what he imagines is so cool.
I'm not sure I agree, but we're going to find out, aren't we? Because you are going to get your wish there, Kate.
All right. Well, Squirrel, you still had your hand up. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, just that this guy is actually playing fuckery with numbers.
All right. Well, let us continue on then.
Hand down.
All right. There we
Stop
go.
that. Oh, did it? Mine says it. Mine says.
It still says up on my end, but that's okay.
Well, you know what?
It's no biggie. All
Let
right.
me just drop. Okay, you know what? Now it's not. Hi.
There we go. Okay.
I had to do clickies because clickies are. I don't
Yeah.
even know.
All right. Here we
I
go,
hate to
guys.
say it, but my barcode tattoo is starting to blend together into a bunch of black boxes. But it used to be my favorite number.
Which is?
Well, I'm not telling you. It's also my ATM code.
Oh my
Ooh,
goodness.
no. We're not gonna go there. Okay, moving on.
All right. Well, here we go.
4, 8, 7, and 5 represent our three-dimensional world where we live in. An absence of numbers 3, 6, and 9 in the sequence means these numbers belong to a higher dimensional world. But what will happen if we
Frank.
double or half the numbers?
Yes.
Jordan.
Huh?
Seriously, this guy's getting into some. This guy's actually headed for spirit science world. He just went there.
Yeah.
Spirit science. Wow. Just fucking wow. Sorry, I had to. Oh, shut up now.
Bionic Dance.
Well, I just find myself wondering if this guy knows what a dimension even is. I understand parallel dimensions, but a higher dimension? I mean, it sounds like those
Right.
people who think that evolution is all about leveling up your character, as it were, getting your species more powerful, more buff, and that's not how it works. And I think this guy thinks the same thing about dimensions, that there's a higher plane of reality, not an alternate plane of reality, and we can't even prove those exist.
Right.
Just saying.
Yet he's going to do this with the numbers 3, 6, and 9. In
Somehow.
my brain, that's bullshit. Besides which, there is nothing that connects to his thing about digital roots, which is the only thing he's actually said so far that's made any fracking sense.
Yeah.
To dimensions. Okay, the describing and why is it we get 2 numbers per spatial dimension, and then 3, 6, and 9 are their own separate ones? Did I miss something here?
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind they're all odd and thus irrational. And irrational numbers are just. Now stop.
Well, no, they're not all odd because
I'm kidding. Dude, it's humor and I'm high. So
Oh well, okay. Okay. I will not nitpick. I know where we're going. Since I now know where you're going with that.
all right.
I can miss the joke every once in a while. I know how. And yeah.
So basically, this guy's whole argument hinges on, well, it ain't here for X, Y, or Z, so therefore it doesn't exist here. It's in another plane or dimension or some other. He's losing me, and I can generally follow these nutters fairly well.
Well, I still want to know how this relates to any material happening in the world. Okay, 3, 6, and 9 are on a higher plane or whatever. Now what? What does that look like?
Can you define this? Can you define these higher dimensions and/or point in their general direction? Please tell us where the higher dimensions touched you.
Well, clearly they're higher, so they must be up.
Either that or
Maybe this
either
higher
that,
dimension is just the Z-axis.
No,
because that's because the Z-axis is actually covered.
You know this. If they're higher, you just got to look for all the smoke.
Yeah. Well, what if they're using edibles, dude?
It doesn't matter. It'll all amount to the same thing. Because I was going to make that joke too. Yes, I am a squirrel.
Oh, hey, tornadoes here.
Now it's going to get really interesting. This guy is a spirit science level fruitcake. You're going to love it.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
It's the drink calls are going to increase exponentially.
Yeah.
Now I have a question. Now, Swinde in the chat there. Base 10 is actually not entirely arbitrary. Funnily enough, because it is the number of digits we have that we can see on both hands. It is easier to count. It is easier for us to work numbers that way.
Oh, and now Mom NATO joins us. Hello.
Hey, Mom NATO. How you doing?
Hey, Mom NATO.
Hello, darlings.
You are very late.
I am what?
Late.
Yes.
Not as late as you could be, though.
That's true.
Movie night was late starting. Anyway,
I spent all day working for my mother today, so I'm tired.
Also, hi, Brooke.
Hey.
It feels like we have the original crew together now.
Kind of.
Well, except for me.
Well, no.
And me.
That way, no, because if we're going to do the original crew, we got to have Mom NATO come in and tell us to hush it.
Right.
People are trying to sleep.
Exactly. No, it's like the original crew.
Yeah, no sleepings. But we don't. But at this point, we'd have to be at least 4 hours in, and maybe that's not such a great thing.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Well, what do you guys think? Should we?
How much did I miss?
Well,
Get
I'm
Uh,
very curious where he's going with this because it's been so random so far. I'm hoping he ties it all together somehow, even if it's pure nutbaggery. I want to see how he does it.
Right. Well,
Hey, Sai, how much did I miss?
not much. Just we're on the 369 video, and he's talking about how all 369 doesn't appear in any of the patterns, and blah blah blah.
Hey, guess
Yeah.
what? I was totally right that he was going to reference Fibonacci. I was so right about that. I told you.
Yeah.
Actually, how far into the video are we at this point?
We're only about 4 minutes in.
That's about what I figured. All right, carry on. We still got what? 10 minutes?
Yep, about that.
I'll try and keep the drink calls to a minimum then.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, here we go. Let's continue on.
Starting from number 3 or 6. Let's double the numbers starting from number 3. On doubling the previous number, we get the next number. Now find the digital roots
my
of the
God.
numbers. You will be surprised after seeing the results. We will get
Not
only
surprised.
2 numbers, 3 and 6 every time. Notice all the numbers that were present in the previous sequence are absent this time, and numbers 3 and 6 were completely absent in the previous sequences. Okay, let's do some more maths. This time we will have the numbers repeatedly starting from number 3. Here are the numbers.
Oh,
Now
look, now you're just
again
gonna
get the
have them.
digital roots of the numbers by adding the digits of the number. And here is what we get. Amazing. This time
Drink.
also we get the
Amazing.
same number.
Yeah.
Fucking. I believe it was
Why
Squirrel
did-
first on that one.
Yeah. You know what? You're playing exactly the same game you did last time. Why are you surprised when you get 3-6-3-6-3-6-3?
Right.
How are you surprised? Because you were getting the same pattern before when all you were doing was going from 1 and then doubling each ring down. You came up with the same numbers when you cut them in half. How is this proving anything? What are you
Currently
doing?
absent is 9. Like none of
Yeah.
them added up to 9.
Of course not. They weren't going to.
I know, but he keeps making 9 sound significant, so what the hell?
Because he seems in digital roots, 9 is getting a digital root of 9 means that whatever you've got going on, whatever you put with it's still going to come out to whatever you put with it.
Yeah.
So
Oh dear. Tornado.
Also, I love the fact that he doesn't say 369 doesn't appear in any sequence, and I'm pretty sure those numbers appear in multiple numbers in the Fibonacci sequence.
yes, they do. And he mentioned Fibonacci and moved on, at superluminal speeds.
Yeah.
Almost as if it would have destroyed his point if he showed all the numbers.
Because it would have. Let's go.
Exactly. I don't know anything about math, so this is all just way over my head.
And I know just enough about this to make a really stupid mistakes.
So
It just makes me go, oh, that's headache inducing.
Yeah.
I know more than this, but
It gets even worse.
Tornado, I have a question for you. Is
Uh-huh.
what you're saying that all this math and numbers are great to you?
Yes, I never completed algebra, so
Okay, that
The
was a
rest
crooked
did all
joke.
right.
I figured algebra out eventually.
well,
Geometry I did
no,
pretty well with.
we moved and they didn't have an algebra 1B class. I had to go straight from algebra 1A to business math, and I passed the class with a D.
Oof.
Yeah,
That's funny.
So
Thinking about it, I actually used to be a lot better at math. I seem to remember I started losing interest because I was failing my math classes because I wasn't showing my work because I was doing it in my head.
Yeah.
oh,
I
that sucks.
I found showing my work to be like just interminable,
Mm.
and I'm like, but I've already done it in my head. Why should I have to write it all out? Now it's going to get complicated. I'll forget the answer. This sucks. Let me just write down the answer. No, I'm not cheating, teach. But yeah.
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 All right.
My algebra and geometry teacher basically at one point, and he got tired of writing all the steps on the board. He's like, I'm going to pull a Brook here. Except he used a different name at the time and just skip like 4 steps to get to the answer. He's like, I'm
Right.
kind of right. I'm pulling a Brook.
Ugh.
All right. Let's see. We
Of course,
also
the
Tornado.
teacher could have said, "I won't brook no insolence," but you know.
Ooh.
Tornado, you still had your hand up?
Yeah, another thing. It's like, dude, if you just take 2 and double it over and over and over again, I'm pretty sure the numbers 3, 6, and 9 are going to crop up in some sort of number sequence.
Actually, no, they won't.
Because
Nope.
it goes
3,
2,
6, and 9 will be well. It would be 1. It's 1, 2, 4,
8.
8, 5, 7.
Well, they won't put in an appearance in the ones place. That's for sure. So
Right.
maybe the 6.
Yeah.
But if you start, if you actually start from 3 and work it down, this is what you're going to get.
Right. Oh boy.
But seriously, it's like, it's almost as if he doesn't know how to math.
Oh,
Well,
no,
the fact that he calls it maths.
No,
no.
that's a foreign thing.
Yeah.
Brits
I know.
call it that. It's because mathematics rather than like math. We just say math. They say maths because mathematics. It's valid the way he's saying it.
Yeah.
If he's British if he's British, Australian, or Indian, then yes, it is.
Yeah, he's
He sounds not Australian.
He sounds Indonesian.
He's probably of Indian descent.
Yeah.
Brooke, you had your hand up?
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's kind of been asked and answered, but more or less what this guy pretty much did, he just picked a random number that would fit his scheme of what he was wanting to do by having a number, and basically just went from there to try to say, oh, this now proves my point. It's like what the young earth creationists do to prove like Noah's flood happened so far back. If you like double the population, just have it or whatever.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, his maths at this point are actually clean. He's just playing games.
Yeah,
look
pretty
at all the pretty patterns I can make out of this.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Math
not
itself
saying his-
actually works.
I'm not saying his math is wrong. I'm just saying it's like, I mean, the young earth creationist math isn't wrong. They just picked a random number to work with that would fit their narrative that they're trying to push. Same here.
And what does he mean by the digital root anyway?
It's if you take a number of any length and then add them together, and if you get more than one digit number, you add them together again and keep going until you have a single digit.
So what happens if the digit is 9?
Then it's 9. And then if you add anything else to it, where's the chat? There's the chat. Okay, let me
And I
just.
also pointed out 27 adds up to 9, which totally like messes with this guy, you know, because he says nothing adds up like that, and well, yeah,
Well,
it does.
nothing in his pattern works out like.
Oh well,
works out
sure,
different.
but I mean, why stick to his pattern?
Isn't
Because
his
that's
That's
the way
all
he
I'm
wants
saying.
to do it. Because that's the way he wants to do it. That's his entire shtick. So
So you're
if you look
saying
in
he's
the
a bit of a putz.
anybody, yes, he is. Anybody that wants to have a look at the tornado, I put in our internal chat. I put the Wikipedia page for digital root. It's good enough for a description.
Right.
Whose puppy is whining?
That is my wife's puppy. She's a Boston Terrier, and she's not quite 2.
Your wife's a
Aw.
Boston Terrier?
No, my wife's the dog is a Boston Terrier. My wife loves Boston Terriers. She grew up raising them. So,
Well, we also have Chris Kelling in the chat with us, or in the panel with us, and he also has his hand up. So let's go over to Chris.
Yes, good evening. And, well, I just wanted to make a comment as far as let's say like what Bionic Dance was saying there with the 2 + 7 = 9. That's how you determine if something is divisible by 3 as well. If you add the two numbers up, and if that number is divisible by 3, then the number is divisible by 3.
It's got a base of 3, right?
Yeah. So I mean, it's something that I learned back in.
Doesn't that have something to do with
third
prime
grade.
numbers too?
Yep.
what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, they went through and taught us little shortcuts on how to figure out multiple digit numbers, what they're gonna be divisible by. Any even number is going to be divisible by 2. If you add the digits up, and let's say it's divisible by 2 and 3, then 6 will go into it evenly. Stuff like that. So,
Well, the best thing about prime numbers is free delivery.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Anyway,
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. I was thinking that all the time. Anyway.
Well, with that, we're not even halfway through, so I think we're gonna move on.
All right.
Here we go.
Numbers 3 and 6. Hence, whether we double or half the numbers, if we start with number 3, we get numbers 3 and 6 only. Even if we double or half the numbers starting from number 6, we will get.
Yeah.
Okay, the one he's only doubling, but 9 is tripling. So he's basically not even going to 9. He's like we were saying earlier, he's deliberately avoiding going to 9.
That's because in his world, 9 is the God number. He actually made that statement a little
What?
while.
Yeah. He said that these numbers all control all the other numbers, but 9 is like the ultimate.
The ultimate number, yeah, the ultimate control number.
Drink.
Yeah.
I missed that. Must have been when I was getting my pizza. I got to learn that.
Wow.
So what he's saying is basically the if it's over 9,000, it's the God number.
Okay.
Yeah, all your base numbers belong to us. Is that it?
Yeah, pretty much. All your base belong to us. We're getting the natives are getting restless. By the way.
Yes, I saw. I think that was from the previous conversation, but Brooke.
Pretty much just gonna say, kind of asked and answer, kind of talked about basically anything you're doing with doubling, whatever, you're gonna get back to that base number no matter what you take.
I told you he was playing games with the numbers.
I mean, if you do it that way, hell, if you do a 5, guess what? You're gonna go 5, 10, 20, 40, 80. You're never gonna get another 5 in that ones column ever again. So 5 is now the God number because that's how it works. I mean, same concept.
Right.
But he still hasn't explained any significance of this. He makes it sound like because 9 is the God number, somehow that, I don't know, the universe, magic hand wavium happens because 9. I don't get it.
Well, maybe he'll actually come up with a rational explanation for this. I doubt it strongly at this point, but he might. How about we move on?
Yeah.
Moving on.
Let us
But
continue.
that's a great call on you, Squirrel, for even suggesting that.
Get the same numbers 3 and 6 every time. But surprisingly, even this time, 9 is absent in the sequence. Actually, number 9 controls the numbers 3 and 6, and numbers 1, 2, 4 are controlled by number 3, while numbers 8, 7 and 5 are controlled by number 6. In this way, number 9 controls all the numbers. You will get incredible results.
Yes, Tornado.
No. No number controls any other number, just like I don't control the level of shit that comes out of your mouth when you start talking like this. All I do is react to it. And I'm reacting by saying, drink!
Close your door.
It is closed.
And quiet down.
Yes, no yelling, please.
Yeah, the tornado was a little on the excited side.
We had Bionic Dance with the hand up next.
Yeah, I mean, this might actually be kind of silly, but watching all of this addition and all of that, it feels like watching somebody play Yahtzee or cribbage, because there's all this like these dice add up to that, or make sure these cards add up to 15 and stuff. It looks like playing one of those games. Just saying.
Because that's exactly what he's doing.
Right.
Well,
No,
Playing a game.
No, guys. Cribbage would be more entertaining than this.
Well, yes.
Hey.
I play cribbage.
Cribbage is fun.
The cribbage is
I
very
find cribbage
fun.
very interesting.
Although it's a bitch to score if you're not playing it on computer.
No, it isn't.
No,
Yeah, it
I've actually
is.
somewhere I've got a cribbage board.
Yeah, you ever see two very good cribbage players? It's almost like silent movie because they're not saying anything. You just see them sitting there pegging. It's all a matter of being able to keep things. What's going on in the mental?
Right.
You ever just pronounce it cribbage for fun?
Anyway,
I did that.
That's like
My mother
saying
gave me a foul
Target
look.
instead of Target.
Yeah. Well,
Is it like Iowa instead of Iowa?
let's go on to Squirrel.
The squirrel has actually already laid out this problem some time ago. We've been explaining it to him the entire fracking time.
Right.
And if he doesn't move on at some point in here and explain how Nikola Tesla and engineering come into this,
Right.
I'm not going to be happy.
He said what?
Oh yeah. The opening shot of the video is like a double pic of Tesla, Nikola Tesla, not the car, or that
Right.
weird truck thing.
And by the way, Kitsune Cavalier, when he said that, my brain went exactly where yours did.
All right. Well, let's see here. We also have Tornado with the hand up.
I already made my point.
Oh, okay. Well, take your hand down.
The numbers are reacting to the other numbers, and that's why I'm saying I'm reacting to the level of shit coming out of his mouth by saying, drink!
Okay.
All right. Well, here we go.
We need to get at least
When
to
we
the halfway
start
point.
doubling and halving the numbers from number 9.
Oh,
Drink!
No, let it go.
We haven't gotten to his.
I know where he's going here.
Yeah, his lovely math here, because they all add up to 9.
Yeah.
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 And if he cuts it in half, it's going to do exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
But why is this significant in any way?
We are getting
It's
only a
not.
single number, number 9. What will
Number
happen if we
9,
halve the
number
numbers
9,
repeatedly,
number-
starting from number 9?
Yes, the same thing happens when you reverse or half things as when you double.
We don't care.
What you see?
See, this
we
is
are
actually
getting
exactly
number
what I
9
described
every
earlier.
time. No other
number-
number is present in the sequence. Even on adding the digits in the table of 9, we get number 9 only. So we see whether we double or half the numbers starting.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we have
4 plus
already
5, 2 plus 2 plus 5, 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5. But am I missing something on 5.5625?
Becomes 18, becomes 9.
Yes.
Oh, 18 and then 9. Okay, I'm tired. You're right.
Where
again,
does 99 Luftballons come into this?
I would like to know that myself. But again, he's playing the same game and trying to make you think that this is like we've already described that the number 9 when you're dealing in digital roots only means that anything that you add to it will be the digital root of whatever it is that you add to it will be whatever it is you added to it.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, I don't think he will, but I'm seriously hoping that he will try to say something like, and the reason it's the God number is because God says no to things, and it sounds like no in German. I hope he says that, you know, but he won't, because he's going to take himself seriously, which is even more sad.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Yep, here we go. We're continuing on.
From number 9, we always get the number 9 only. It implies that number 9 represents itself. Now let me show you how powerful the
What was that, Tornado?
Wasn't tornado, that was me.
Squirrel.
Sorry, Squirrel.
And
it did sound like
all I have
right?
to say to this guy at this point is, no shit, Sherlock.
Pretty much.
Oh, but I mean, his 9
Thank you,
represents
Captain
itself.
Obvious.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Because,
if you know anything about digital roots, you already knew this.
Yeah.
well, but I mean, if 9 represents itself, that implies that there's some sort of like numerical council that meets and like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, Captain Obvious would have been pissed off at this man.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
number 9 is, and how it is present everywhere in the universe. Let's start
Drink.
dividing a circle and see the sum of
Yes, Tornado.
Oh God, you can't. There's a certain limit to where his bullshit just no longer flies. He's gonna sit there and say, "Oh, 360. That adds up all to 9." No.
Or 9 planets in the solar system. Yeah, let's go with that.
There's 8
No,
planets now.
there's 8.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm wearing a Pluto Never Forget shirt right now, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, Kate.
Pluto is not a planet. The science has spoken.
No,
Hush
a bunch of people took a bunch of people are doing this, but did that by popular vote.
Popular vote, science speaking, same thing, right? I mean,
Either way,
let's
works,
face
right?
it, what makes a planet versus a planetoid is just a measurement we made up.
Exactly right.
All right.
And Adam, yes, 19 drinks already, and we're just about the halfway mark.
Yeah. All
The
right.
thing
let's-
is,
no, it's a good one.
this guy is sitting here saying that 360 adds up to 9, and he's taking two different He's taking two different things and trying to claim they're the same thing.
right.
Yeah.
False equivalence.
So, what conspiracy did he think was going on in the video game world when Microsoft put out the Xbox 360?
God only knows.
I
I don't know.
I got it.
I had my own issues with the X Bone.
Yes, Chris.
I got to drop out for a little bit. I'll pop back in if things straighten up
Later.
before they.
All right. See you later, Chris.
Also,
Okay.
if you notice that little ring of circle, if you notice that little red ring around the 360, it means this video is broken.
Ring of death. Yes.
All
One
right.
of us was
Well,
gonna make that joke.
let's continue on. We'll try to keep our drink call explanations short and succinct, and we'll continue
Have
on.
we ever been good at that?
It's been ages. All right, here
I'll
we go.
do my best, but no promises.
of digits of the resulting angle. As we know that a full circle makes an angle of 360 degrees at its center. If we add the digits of 360, we get number 9. But what will happen if we keep on dividing the circle in half infinitely? The results that you will get will
Wait,
definitely
drink.
boggle your
Yes.
Divided in half infinitely
30.
just sounds weird. I mean, like I know you can do it, but it just sounds so weird because after a while, I mean, how many people are at this party? You need cake.
Okay, where he's going with that is if you split a circle in half, it's 180 degrees or 9. 40. Split it in half again. Each angle is 90 degrees, and you still have 9. You know, then you go to 45, you still have 9. It's just it's going to keep going like that ad infinitum because he's still only dividing by 2. It will always the root will always come out to 9. That's where he's going with that, and
It's
In other
erroneous.
words, he's playing a mind game.
yes, he's playing mind games with numbers the same way the same way that that certain governments like to do with statistics.
So this guy is so full of shit that we need to get a roto-rooter.
Yes.
No, I don't think Roto-Rooter would be able to deal with the
root,
mind
you
arse that's
see.
going on here.
Critical root or the terminal root, whatever you said, root.
Digital root.
Roto-Rooter, thank you. Never mind. It's a bad pun. The moment's lost.
All right.
Sorry. My bad.
Well, let's continue on.
Mind. A semicircle makes an angle of 180 degrees at the center, which again adds up to 9. Now again divide the circle in
We
half
don't care.
and we have an angle of 90 degrees. Find the digital root of the number. It's 9 again. Repeat the same process and we will get
We
9 as
don't
the digital
care.
root. Now see what will
trivial
happen if we keep on
suitcase.
dividing the circle in half repeatedly. Unbelievably, you will get number 9 as the digital root every time, even on
Drake.
repeating the same.
Yes, Tornado.
Asked and answered.
All right.
Then why
Here we go.
Process infinite times. But is this true only for a circle or does it apply to polygons also? Here is a triangle. We know that sum of all the interior angles of a triangle is 180
Motherfucker.
degrees. On adding the digits of the number, we get 9. In case of a
Jake,
rectangle
180
also,
isn't half
if
of
we add
360.
the digits of the sum of all the interior angles of a rectangle,
Asked
which
and
is
answered.
360 degrees, we get number 9. Now we have a pentagon. Sum of all the interior angles of a pentagon is 540 degrees, which also adds up to 9. We get the same digital root 9 on repeating the same process for hexagon, heptagon, and octagon.
Because they're closed shapes.
Yeah, that's always going to be the case.
You notice how he isn't going on about how each one adds like 80 or 180 degrees to it?
It doesn't need to. All he's trying
If
for
we
is the
keep on
digital
increasing the number of sides of the polygon,
Looks
we
like
will get the same
sperm in
number
the
9
Matrix.
every time. Did you notice an amazing thing here? When we were dividing the circle in half repeatedly, we were reaching the singularity of a space. As every time we got number 9, it means number 9 follows the space up to its singularity. And when we were increasing the
Drake!
number of sides
Drake!
of the polygon,
Yes, Squirrel. Tornado, no yelling.
Where did we even come up with a singularity? Do you have any idea what that even is?
I do.
Well, yeah, I know you do, Tornado. He has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Right.
You're using this, you are not coming to a mathematical singularity in any case. Doing what you're doing and playing games and cutting things in half. You're just not gonna get there. Period.
I
Ever.
think there's some number that is as small as any number can get, and that'll be the singularity.
I don't think he's put that much thought in it, to be honest.
It's like he's
Oh.
playing solitaire with half a deck.
Yeah.
I get
he knows
he's about
that-
this guy here is about a keg short of a 6-pack.
Well, I wonder if he knows that snurgleplex is the integer immediately preceding infinity.
A snurgleplex. Okay.
Snurgleplex, yes. It's like Googleplex, but not.
I call it a mountain duplex.
Whatever. It honestly, at this point, it doesn't really matter. This guy has gone way off. This guy has managed to exceed Jordan.
Peter said
All right.
at Jordan.
No. We're talking about spirit science, Jordan.
Oh, too many Jordans who are dipshits, apparently.
You know what? Every Jordan I've ever met has been one.
Hmm.
Or at least every
I
male
used to
one.
have problem with Erics until I moved to the Pacific Northwest, where just about everyone's named Eric or Erica because lots of Scandinavians there. But when I was growing up in Vermont, every Eric was a dick, and I don't know why. Oh yeah, and Henry's too.
Well, Henry's are still dicks here in the Pacific Northwest. So,
Ah,
see, I'm actually just south of Seattle.
well, I lived in Seattle for 20 years.
Ooh.
Yeah, like 10 in the U District, 10 on Capitol Hill.
See, I must have missed you.
Hmm.
All right, well, let us continue on.
Were you perhaps in the Seattle goth scene at all?
Yeah, no, not so much.
Okay, well,
All right, here we go.
The polygon was looking like a circle. As the number of sides of the polygon approaches infinity, it becomes a circle. As in all the polygons, we got number 9.
Oh,
It means
boy.
number 9 also follows a space up to infinity. So it is clear that number 9 is present from singularity of space to the infinity of space. Now I will give you some more examples that will
Oh boy.
Yes, Tornado?
Bald-faced lie.
Yeah.
It means nothing. You could not get any dumber if you decided to say that space Jews inhabited the continent of Atlantis.
Yes, that's right. Jews are from space.
Well, I mean,
And women are
sure the
from
world
Mars.
showed that.
No. This guy,
men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
Mom.
That's true.
No,
Okay.
Mom. Jordan.
Yeah. Not part of the video.
No, it's really not. But
Squirrel?
I really want to know, because a circle is a polygon with an infinite number of points. You don't actually have sides because they're so small you're never going to find them. But that does not only does that not describe a singularity, it also doesn't really describe infinity. Never mind that you cannot translate that directly into space. There's no way to make the set of logic jumps that the set of reaches that he just made. Not if you have half a working brain cell.
Well, clearly he doesn't.
Clearly somebody doesn't. I don't know where he got this from, but wow.
I think the brain cell he had that was working is on strike now.
Either that or it staged a jailbreak. I'm going with the jailbreak theory. I'm going with the jailbreak theory.
Yeah.
Oh, and here's a number of string. Here's the sequence of numbers that ends in 9. Clearly, that number is God now. It's called 8675309.
Yeah,
That joke was already made. Kate beat you to it by like an hour.
Yeah.
Well, we weren't here, so.
Well, no, you weren't.
Oh, still. I mean,
Yeah.
trust us to handle
I
the
have to
easy
ask whose
stuff,
fault
you
that
know?
was.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just do that.
All right.
I would
I'm
do
done. You
anything.
can't.
No,
They can't make that. He cannot make that set. He cannot make that set of lock jumps. It just does not work. It does not now and will never.
Oh, HGA71 also asks, how does
that work in radians? The short answer is it doesn't.
Oh, Kitsune Cavalier, ouch! Kitsune Cavalier says, space Jews are muzzle tough.
Yeah.
Muzzle tough, yes.
Ow!
Well, I still say that, like, Jewish terrorists throw Mazel Tov cocktails.
No.
All right.
By
Well,
the way, HGA71 is naked. Someone get that man a spanner.
Ooh.
all right. Well,
Is that spanner? Do you need that spanner in left or right-handed?
we're gonna continue on.
Yeah.
We-
Okay. We'll lay off the jokes for 10 seconds.
I don't
All
want to
right.
see the naked person.
Here we go.
Ugh.
help you in believing that number 9 exists at all the places in the universe.
Oh, imagine.
Oh God!
Oh
Drink.
my
Drink.
word.
Drink. What
Yes, tornado.
What the?
I think.
I was me first,
Oh,
actually.
okay. Go ahead.
186,282 miles per second. We will just take that as read. It's actually something. It is actually something like that. Most people don't do this in. Most people measure the speed of light in metric units, and meters and kilometers per second, which gets it somewhere in the neighborhood of about 300,000, if I remember correctly.
300,000
So
kilometers. Yes.
you selected the units to make your freaking point.
Yep.
That's exactly what you did here. Cherry picking. Okay, I'm done. 299,700. 200. Yeah. 700. Wait, no, that can't be wrong. That can't be right. What is that? No. 299,792,458 meters per second. Oh, right. Yeah, no, you're good.
Hey,
You're good. You were doing that in meters per second. I was thinking kilometers for 5 seconds.
Oh.
All right. Well,
he was using freedom units.
yeah. Brooke, you had your hand up next.
Yeah. It's kind of something on what he said, and since it's been more than 10 seconds, that means a joke, really, really bad joke, is allowed here. So I'm just gonna say it. I know where 9 does not exist in the universe. In between that infinitely dense space he calls a brain cavity.
Great Pam.
Okay, awkward silence it is.
I'm convinced that his brain cavity is quite leaky at this point.
We need the cricket sound effect for me.
Right. Alrighty.
Chirp.
There we go.
No, I'm just
Crickets.
pulling the video
Besides,
back up. Go ahead.
The number 9 shouldn't exist. I mean, after all, 7, 8, 9.
Oh my goodness.
Now that I haven't heard that one in a lot of years.
I know.
Oh, and it gets even worse because the number he just listed, the number that Cernian put in there, decided or let me add in the numbers all together, and adding 5 plus 5 gets me 10, and that
Which
only
is
gets
1. That would be a digital root of 1.
Yep.
That's what, and sadly, I knew it. I knew that's a digital root of the metric version of that speed, of this particular speed, didn't come out to 9.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it's about the farthest thing from 9.
Right.
Infinity minus 9?
All right.
Basically, you just shattered his whole point.
Yes. Let us continue on.
But we still got what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, roughly.
He doesn't have a valid point, so
No, he doesn't.
He hasn't told us where he's going with this yet at all.
And here he has done exactly the same thing he did before.
Oh my god.
He's doing it again.
Cherry picking.
Oh, okay.
Cherry picking.
Wonder what he would say about some of the more irregularly shaped astral
Does
bodies
number
like
9
Mars's
has
moons
any
or some crap.
relationship with time also? Yes, of course.
Oh no.
Relationship with time. Oh boy. Next is going to say time travel exists.
Brooke had the hand up, I think, first on that one.
Yeah, I called drink. I guess it wasn't heard, but I just did because I was curious and I was like, that's too much of a round number for that diameter of the sun in miles. So I looked it up. 865,370.
Which would not come out to 9.
Yeah, pretty sure that would mess up his whole base root of 9. So he just used a round number to try and prove his point. So asked and answered on cherry picking.
Yep.
Tornado?
It gets even worse because he didn't even count how many seconds were in a minute.
Well,
he just completely glossed over it.
Yep, because seconds in a minute is 60, and that doesn't come out to 9.
Well, and the number of seconds in a minute and the number of minute, the very existence of any of these measures are just arbitrary. We made them up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only one that has any like legit basis at all is a day.
Right.
Because, well, and even then, the number of seconds in a sidereal day is not the same. And that doesn't come out to 9 either.
It's almost as if he's trying to cherry pick everything.
And the worst part is I suspect he's not trying. I think he's doing it and doesn't realize how wrong he is.
Okay,
I don't
Sardian,
think he cares.
Sardian is our number master tonight. The moon is not 2,160 miles; it's 2,158.
Imagine.
Also, his number for the circumference of the Earth is actually is similar. It's been rounded so that it comes out to 9.
Right.
So the digital root comes out to 9.
And the digital root of the number Cernian just gave us is 7. So wrong.
And manipulating the data. So here we go. Now we've gone from weird, stupid shit to thoroughly
Flat
dishonest.
out lies.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
He's
and
got-
that's the thing is I think doesn't believe he's lying. He probably looked it up on a website and went, okay, gotcha. And it was one of those websites that rounded everything up.
I believe it looked like he was talking about equatorial, but you could do both because because polar is actually smaller than equatorial.
Don't remember
right.
too many equatorial bears.
Well, let's.
Well, here's the thing. The equatorial is actually about 25 kilometers more than polar.
Okay.
Well, let's see what
Because the Earth is actually not a proper sphere. It's an oblate spheroid. It's just a little bulgier in the middle.
Like most people.
Yeah.
Needs to lose weight.
I'm an oblate spheroid.
Here's what it is. Here's how it is.
Moving on.
You got to fit into the apple bottom jeans with the boots with the fur.
Right.
I feel like there has to be a Humpty Dumpty joke in here somewhere, but I can't.
Oh,
think
I'm
of
sure
it.
there. I you know what? You're gonna come up with it at about 10 minutes after the stream ends,
Right.
Probably not.
and you'll have to and you must save it for next week because I want to hear it.
Okay, well, if I come up with something, I'll yeah.
All right. Well, let's
right.
continue on here.
Yes.
Nobody cares.
Actually, none of those numbers are strictly correct. Minutes a day, 1,440. That is correct. I don't think that math works. I don't think that math works.
He also got the seconds in a day right as well. 'Cause I thought that was rounded, but
And so on.
Drink.
Oh
Brink.
my god.
Drink.
Well, first of all,
No.
no.
Wrong. False.
It's
Drink.
40 weeks, so yep, not
And that actually
That would be 10 months.
right.
that would be 10 4-week months. That's the way it's normally. That's the way it's
Yeah.
normally calculated. But it's also counted from the end of the previous cycle. So the actual date of conception is about
Right.
is on average about 2 weeks after that.
Correct.
So
Yep.
38 weeks still doesn't come out to 9 months. It's 9 months and 2.
In other words, he's lying.
Yeah.
Besides,
other words, he's
wouldn't
full of shit.
soda and beer come in a 9-pack?
Yeah, I know, right? I wish.
I'm just
It's either
saying.
6 or 12.
And let's not even get started on how hot dogs come in packs of 8 and hot dog buns come in.
Oh my god,
Anyway,
I know. Let's
to make
not.
more
But tornado.
Making money off you.
Yeah. My point was basically stolen from everyone outright from out of my under my chair.
That's all right. Brooke.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing. I mean, you could go. What is it? I think I read somewhere, and I could be wrong on this, and I could just be misremembering too, but I thought I read somewhere that if you want to actually go 9 months, you're actually looking at more a lunar cycle, a lunar month, than a actual month.
And
I
you
think
still
the
and you
lunar
still come
month-
up and you still come up with 9.5 from conception.
Okay, I mean the whole like 40-week thing. I think it's like
Mhm.
9 lunar months or something like that. I could.
That's
And let's not
quite
get
right.
into the
I
fact
don't know.
that most first pregnancies tend to be 1 to 2 weeks late.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this seems like a lot of work just to have a cheap alternative to turkey on Thanksgiving.
I know, right? Also note that his again, even then we've got this is a non sequitur because pregnancy is actually different based on species.
Yeah.
What is it? Elephants carry for upwards of 2 years. The
Just
bigger
11
the-
months.
I thought it was like 17. Well, okay, whatever. I don't know.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
horses
we-
are 11 months. So
Yeah.
That's a horse, but elephants are. You know what? You guys carry on. I'm going to check that. I'm going to
Well-
fact check myself.
All right.
So
well,
is the horse, the course,
we're gonna move on.
It proves that number 9 is present everywhere in space and
Well, of
time.
course it is.
This is not
And
all.
so are all the
If
other
we talk
numbers.
about Hindu religion, we will find number 9 at different places. It has been found by the
Drink,
researchers
drink.
that
Yes, Tornado?
Yeah, you're bringing a Hindu religion into something that's supposed to be math and science. You've officially shot yourself in the foot. Also, no, the universe does not vibrate at a frequency of 432 hertz.
We are see and just wow, the stupid,
Unless you're referring to the cosmic microwave background.
which
it's
is still
woo.
and that's so deep into the infrared. We don't even know how far out that goes. The entire universe doesn't do that. But somebody beat Cernian over here beat me to the announcement of just how long it is. African bush elephants, it's about 22 months.
Yowza.
And for Asian elephants, it's 18 to 22.
I can't even imagine what it's like to have one of those kicking.
Oh God. That would.
You know what? I'll put you in touch with my wife. She's done it twice now.
I don't
And
think
I'm
she's
sure
an
she-
elephant.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
But the body sizes are proportionate. Yeah, you know.
Oh, yeah, but human babies don't have those huge flat hoof things.
But we also don't have
Well,
all
actually-
the linings that probably elephant mothers
don't
do.
actually elephants don't actually have hooves. They've actually got toenails.
But still,
Yeah.
I mean, getting kicked with one of those gigantic, yeah, that would hurt, wouldn't it?
Well, apparently elephant mom doesn't care, or elephant mom wouldn't do that.
I guess.
Oh dear. Squirrel, you still had your hand up?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Tornado hand?
Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't mean my point.
Alright, here we go.
our universe vibrates at a frequency of 432 Hz. This 432 Hz also reduces to 9, a well-known symbol of
Oh
Om
my
on
God.
pronouncing
Just a
correctly.
real quick one here.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Universe at 432 hertz. I probably should have said this a moment ago, but citation fucking needed.
Yeah.
This is just spirit science.
No. This is actually worse.
I've been wanting to make a hurts so good joke for a little while.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go.
Produces a frequency of 432 Hz, the frequency at which the universe vibrates. On observing the shape of the Om symbol, it appears to be a combination of 3, 6, and 9, with the number
Drink.
9
Yes.
No, it doesn't. That is pareidolia.
All the pareidolia.
You are finding patterns where you want to find patterns. That is not science.
Just a moment, please. We're having a bit of a glitch over here. I'm just gonna fix it.
Yeah.
Ow, that's better. Oh,
All right.
I don't know if there are any of those those face protection gloves.
Yeah.
I need to
Oven
find.
mitts.
Oh, Syrian said, so I look up 432 hertz. The first result is 432 hertz. The truth behind nature's healing frequency.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
That's
I
one
told
too.
you. Woo.
All right.
Michelle Dessert, 432 when squared is the only number that comes close to the speed of light.
All right. Let us continue
oh, Renee,
on.
Ow.
Yeah.
Renee, just ow.
Bring on the Beach Boys.
All right. We're moving on.
Oh, please. God, please.
Add the top of 3 and 6. A sacred number in Hinduism, 108, reduces to 9. Number of chapters in Srimad Bhagavad Gita is 18. Mahabharata war lasted for 18
Was
days.
this done
Number of
on
warriors left
purpose?
alive after the Mahabharata war was 18. Now I will prove how number 9
my
represents
gonna prove it.
everything and also nothingness. Actually, number 9 is same as number
What?
0 in some
Drink!
sense. But how?
That is
What the
Well,
fuck?
Yes,
let him
Tornado?
explain before the drink.
That is not even wrong. It's
What are you
potato.
so. What are you referring to?
Him saying that number 9 equals number 0.
Actually, he is correct
Okay.
because 9 plus any number goes to the becomes the digit when reduced to the digital root. It's whatever the other number was. 9 equals 0. Seriously, try it. 9 plus
Well,
5.
I see why that happens. Okay, yeah.
Tornado. 9 plus 5.
Isn't that 14?
Yes. Now 1 plus 4.
5?
So what did we
Wait,
add? What did we add?
Oy
We
vey.
added 9 to 5 and came out with 5 again. That you could repeat that. You could repeat that through. He is correct
Mhm.
in his math on the digital roots. It's the only place in which he is correct. However, we have also determined this man is from India.
And moreover, he's sitting there saying that, 9 equals nothingness.
Yeah.
Which is just
Well, no.
wrong.
Well, it sounds wrong, but
Well, he's
again,
allowed to
you're
give
talking
it
about
demos.
digital
Let's see what
roots.
the
It is
hell he
absolutely
means.
correct.
Well, at
Let's
that
go
point,
on.
he wasn't talking about digital roots. He was saying it was both infinity and nothingness.
All right,
All right.
moving on.
Yes, let us.
Let's see how he's going to do this.
Right.
He's got more examples. I'm impressed. No, I'm not.
Here we go.
How? Let's understand it. In any number, if we replace 0 by 9, then there is no change in the digital root of the number.
Okay, drink.
As explained.
Yes, Mom Nato?
Why would you be replacing the number with 0? Or
No,
0,
no, this
9?
is his example. He's going to do the same thing I did just a couple of
Okay.
minutes ago.
Okay.
Just let him run this one. He's actually again revel in the thing that we're going to revel for momentarily in the thing he's actually getting right.
Well,
Okay.
and the thing is, he's removing only zeros.
Yeah.
He's going to replace 0 with 9, and he's going to come up with the same numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Go ahead, Tornado.
Sorry.
He makes my head hurt.
All right, here we go.
One more
Ask
thing,
and answer.
as we get 0 on multiplying any number by 0, in the same way we get number 9 as the digital root on multiplying it with number 9, since 0 is same as 9. Let me tell you one more amazing fact about number 9. If we add all the numbers except number 9, that is from number 0 to number 8, the sum reduces to number 9. Hence we can say that number 9 represents all the other numbers. It represents
Frank.
itself and also
Yes.
Number 9 may represent itself, may represent 9 and 0 in dealing with roots, but you still don't have enough to make the reach you just made.
Yeah, 9 does not represent everything. It can't. It is a single value given to a single quantity of a single thing.
But in terms of digital roots, it can also represent 0. So there's where your situation actually is. But he cannot say that 9 controls everything because he can't actually prove that with the thing he was doing.
Right.
We've been criticized. We've been jumping all over his math all this way, and the games he's been playing with it. But this right here, this claim he's got, it's no good. He doesn't have enough to connect those things.
Well, I'm suddenly realizing that if he was further East Asian, this would probably be a yin-yang thing, wouldn't it? With 9 representing itself and 0 and all of that.
Yep, that's exactly what this would be. He's actually tied this into his own beliefs. And that, to a large degree, is where he's going wrong. He just managed to hit on digital roots that could maybe try and explain this, but again, he's trying to deal in numerology versus some other belief structures. So he's doing it wrong. Science, this is not.
Besides, he's got the wrong number. It's may the 4s be with you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Well, let's continue on here. We're almost through.
Revenge of the Fifth.
Oops. Did not go. There we go.
so nothingness and everything. Number 9 is the king of all the numbers that controls all the other numbers and space-time. So friends, this was all about the mystery of numbers 3, 6 and 9. If you found the video interesting and informative, then please...
That's all?
Yeah.
He didn't talk about how it affected the world in some fashion, like how 9 was significant?
No.
All of that.
Honestly, the channel is called Engineering Made Easy, and I was kind of hoping, and I don't know where this actually connected with Tesla, like in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Because I don't think I've seen most of the notable quotes by Tesla, and that wasn't one of them.
Honestly, this is like when a TV show is canceled on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hate this guy. I hope he trips and bangs his shin really hard.
I think his whole thing was trying to connect mathematics with the Hindi religion.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got from it.
Yep,
Based
that's
off
Indian
of-
history.
But
Right, but it
No.
wasn't just Hindi history, because he was talking about the gods, Hindi gods, and the number 9.
But I mean,
No.
but he still never tied it all together. It's like, okay, 9 is so cool, and that
And
somehow translates into mystical powers.
Yeah.
Like there was a step missing, it was like the
Yeah.
question mark prophet.
Pretty
And-
much.
and the sad part of it is he's not missing one step; he's missing about 60.
Right. Oh
It
dear.
took 32 drinks to get through this video in almost an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yowza.
And that actually says something.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
That says something at this point.
That, and for a while there, we just let him blather on.
Yeah. Oh dear. All right. Well, I think we are going to wrap it up here for the evening. It's been about an hour and a half, and if we start another video now, we'll be here another hour and a half. So, I've had a very long, exhausting week with
That's
zero
because-
sleep. So,
Oh,
Go ahead.
maybe you should fix the zero sleep thing.
You know, I've thought about it. my brain just says nuh-uh.
I'm just glad our electrician finally came through.
Well, there you go.
Hey,
Glad to hear
Oh,
it.
yes. It only took him 6 hours to replace the fuse panel
What
with
was
a
that
circuit
all?
breaker. Only. Yeah. So,
I see a
That
squirrel
was-
in the chat.
Oh,
Somebody
dear.
left a squirrel about the chat. Yay.
Well, everybody, thank you all so much for coming. I do greatly appreciate you all, everybody in the panel and everybody in the live chat. You all are awesome, and I couldn't do the show without you guys, so thank you all again for coming. With that, say good night, panel, and we'll
Good
wrap
night,
this up.
Night,
panel.
panel.
Good night, panel.
Good night, everybody.
Da-da.